Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall says 25 past 10. A bit later than I had planned, but I was watching a match there on TNG, and it was awful one-way traffic altogether. I fell asleep, just so bored. Roscommon was playing, I don't know, some minor team. Some of them hadn't started shaving, I'd say, yet. It was awful one-sided. I nodded off. I seldom do that watching GA. But anyway, we had a couple of running today. Spinning Web was a non-runner. Palace Boy absolutely hosed up. A great confident ride by George Rook. That was off 77, wasn't it? He's the right one. They done the right thing, the new stable, putting him out on the goo. He'd probably go up another £10 for that, but he'd probably turn up at in Lingfield again. Isn't there a long race for on Good Friday? I think there is anyway. Comfortably rode from the back. I thought he'd get him bothered coming up the middle, but no, he didn't. Great turn of foot. And our reliable, our Artesian Prince was second again. Doesn't know how to win that, lad. And we're in hard luck, I thought, not to get a place at least with Flyer. But he wasn't off a yard, and his path got blocked coming up the stretch because he finished sixth, only 3/4 of a length behind the fourth place. And he went off 10 or 12 to 1. But his path was blocked on the rail. If he had waited a bit off the rail, he'd have got a clearer run. He's one to watch. Whatever we lost today, we'll get back on him again. But that Palace Boy, he opened up 13 to 2 yesterday evening. Last night, when I started doing the video, I didn't take the 9 to 4. The next thing was into 7 to 4. I didn't take the 11 to 4 earlier. Because I thought it had drift in the morning, but absolutely hammered it overnight. I think it went off 11 to 10, did it, or 6 to 5. Few newcomers on the bus. Stephen Costello, David, just plain old David, James Valentine, and Baz Star 69 AR. You're all very welcome. I don't know, it's Navan. I looked at IrishRacing.com and it said Navan is unraceable, and I thought there was an inspection in the morning, so I didn't put up anything. But if it does go ahead, but it looks like it's not going to go ahead, if it does, I'll stick up one in the morning. So I went just looking at Lingfield instead, and we'll have a quick look at the NFL. The NFL is reaching its what is down to the last 8. Last weekend, Green Bay produced a shock defeat over the Cowboys, and there was an Irishman on the field. He was born in Wicklow, Daniel Whelan. He was the first Irishman to play an NFL playoff game since 1983. Did an Irishman play for the then St. Louis Cardinals. They have moved on since from St. Louis. Detroit Lions, they won a playoff game for the first time in 32 years. There's still not a cow milked around Detroit, I believe. After that feat, and the 49ers are raging hot favourites to win the NFC and the Super Bowl, in fact, as well. The Ravens are favourites to win the AFC, the home advantage. Lamar Jackson, though, hasn't played for 3 weeks, but he's a good one. They're 1-5 favourites to beat the Jags. No, not the Jags they're playing. Got them mithered. My boys, the Tomahawk Chop Kansas City Chiefs, they're playing the Bills. It'll be the first time Patrick Mahomes has played a playoff game on the road, because the few years he's with the Chiefs since the draft, he has played all his matches at home. Super Bowl matches was always away though, so he's heading to Buffalo. They won, it was called the Fish Bowl. They beat the Sun Boys, Miami Dolphins at the weekend. It was a good match. Andy Reid's mustache nearly fell off him, nearly got frozen. But I'll just show you a bet I have done. I'm a Chiefs fan, right? So the Chiefs are 7-2 to win the AFC, right? So to win the AFC, they have to win 2 games. They have to beat the Buffalo Bills, and they also have to beat the Baltimore Ravens. But what I did was I done the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Chiefs in the AFC. That's it there at 18-5, and I done the Chiefs to beat the Ravens at 11-2. So if they're going to win it, it looks like they're going to beat the Ravens. So there's no point, I thought, doing 7-2 to win it out, to win the AFC. If the team that it looks like they'll have to beat is the Ravens, so I done it at 11-2, and I done a cover bet. Then you see, I done the Ravens to beat the Chiefs at 18-5, because that's just slightly more than 7-2 as well. Now, if the Bills beat the Chiefs at the weekend, but I'm hoping they have a good defence, and it looks like after the rookie Rice the weekend, he had a great game, that he's coming good at the right time, and you still always have Kelsey. He was double teamed a few times in the game. So that is my 2 bets at the weekend. I'll have a few more small ones as well, just different bits that I do. But if anyone wants to follow along, anyone that won on the Chiefs last year, I had them tipped up at 4-1 to win the Super Bowl, and I think they were 9-4 or 5-2 to win the AFC at the time. Anyone to follow along, and we'll all do the tomahawk chop together. Not that, but this. Couple tomorrow at Lingfield. Now, Lingfield, it can be, you could have the best horse and it could get blocked and all kinds of dire straits up the straight. But Ryan Moore is riding a horse called Twirling tomorrow. I think that's his first ride in England this year. And I think his last winner was an Augustin Rodin in the Breeders' Cup. Maybe I could be wrong now. But Simon Crisford has the 2 there. There's also Grand as well. And he has Twirling. Twirling is owned by Doreen Tabor, Michael Tabor's wife. I think that's the reason he is there. He has a few other rides tomorrow as well. Well worth following perhaps. But this ran at a mile the last day, and it looks like a step up in trip will suit. Harry Burns went out in front and tried to make it a test of stamina, but he sort of was collared by a couple of horses that had a bit of fitness on his side. He's out in front, or she's out in front. Big, strong horse there.
Has a kick off the bend and still leads. Twirling to Daisy. Roaring Success needs to get going. To the outside, Crystal Cask is under pressure. And then Measured Moments, who's never got in the race so far. Daisy is serving it up here to Twirling as they enter the final furlong. Twirling fighting back. Crystal Cask on the outside has a chance too with the red cap. But it's Daisy in the centre who has the nose in front. Crystal Cask, though, all over the top. They have got there. Crystal Cask, the outside.
You'd have to say the size of a horse like that the run would definitely bring it on. Absolutely huge, like. So just turned 4. One first time out in Kempton last year, at a mile. By Churchill out of a pivotal mare. It's actually, if it drifts in the morning tonight, so you know how I'm backing it each way. But Moore should. I'm just trusting Moore tomorrow to work the oracle on that. Also, Grand is up to 89. He or she beat Queen Regent the last time. There is a couple of pound of a swing in there, but Twirling is the selection. Just in case Navan isn't on, and it is Saturday, there's a stayers race tomorrow at Lingers. Again, something similar. 9-2 if it goes there in the morning. Even at 4-1, they're paying 3 places. But 2 past 8 for Alan King. Ross O'Ryan. This is rated 70. But if you look back, it won in a good ground Aintree hurl last June. 3-1 favourite, so it likes the better ground. And won in Fontwell. It had a run on the Goo in Wolverhampton, and this was in November. And it tried to make it a test of stamina, and it got tapped for toe, I thought, more than anything else.
Lady Valentine taken on by 2
That's
past
it in the
8.
blue and yellow.
Has made a move. Man of Riddles can't go on now. In behind, Kitty Fall tries to get going with Divya. Artisan Dancer is out wide. Wilkie towards the far side with Queensland Boy as well. See Me Dance has the advantage then. Going on for 2 past 8. Out wide, Artisan Dancer's trying to eat up the ground, but See Me Dance got first run. See Me Dance under Hector Crouch staying on. Hector will double up on the night. See Me Dance beats Artisan Dancer, 2 past 8, Queensland Boy.
It's rated 70, but it's rated 113 over hurl, so it might have a 3 or 4 pound to play with. Ross O'Ryan is riding it again tomorrow, and there's an outsider in. Now, if Navan is on, and I put up a couple of, or there won't be a couple, there'll be one, I'd say. Where are you here? There's a 7 furlong race here. Dayman. The trainer hadn't a winner, I don't think, in a good while. But this won a 7 furlong race in Kempton when it was with David Loughnane. It won a 7 furlong race in Wolverhampton. And the one in Kempton was at 79. He had a good run in Kempton this year after a 200-day break. It was 33-1. It ran on very well to the line. And the last day in Lingfield, he pulled the neck off the jockey at the start. Didn't settle at all.
Pint and Bear
And that's
in
him at
second.
the very
Optician
back in
is
the
on
blue.
the inside of Star Song. Out very wide, Desert Doctor. Cola Empire, the green colours trying to find a seam through on the inside. Thapper VC taking a similar route down the outside. Dayman is also staying on inside the final half furlong now. It's Thapper VC on the inside with also Desert Doctor, and it's Thapper VC from last to first to beat Desert Doctor, and on the outside came Dayman just in.
Papa VC was getting a pound the last day, wasn't he? He was getting a pound. They're level weights tomorrow, are they? Yeah. But if that was up at the pace, he has a nice turn of foot. But but that'll be small stakes. I see the green bookie is paying 4 places in that. So is Hills. 8 or 9 to 1 there for anyone that might want a small bet early in the day. Revolutionize, that's Stuart Williams' horse. It's a horse that's knocking on the door for a while, but it's 8, and you'd imagine, what improvement can it have at that? But Williams can get it out of them too. If the money comes for that, and it must have had come earlier. As I said, I'm not sure about Navan. There's a grand 3-mile chase race tomorrow. The money has come for Manila Cocooner. Sandra Clegane and Senior Chief. It's a good race, and there's 2 good handicap hurl races. A listed handicap hurl if it goes ahead, but instead of precautionary, but it says unraceable on the other side. So I'm confused. I'm confused all the time. That Catch the Beast was fierce impressive the last time, but it's gone up. I think it's £16 for its last run, and Harvard Guy was very impressive the last time too. And the trainer has won 2 out of the last 4, isn't it? Yeah, Eddie Harty won it with Damalis, and that was JP's colours as well. Kilfenora wasn't. It was a good pot there, 27,000. Sure, if I tipped something Merrick Walsh was riding, he wouldn't win. Anyway, if there is something in the morning, if it is go ahead, I might try and get something up. But twirling will be the main bet tomorrow. Back it each way. So bash. I'll get back on here. Bash the bookies over and out.